Look, I think it's time that we have a serious conversation about lobbing in pickleball. All right. And before you jump to conclusions and think, yeah, Nico probably hates lobs too. Look, I don't hate lobs. There's a time and a place for them. And I know that everybody's least favorite person is that serial lobber or the lobster, so to speak, but it can be an effective shot. But let me tell you when it's absolutely not an effective shot. All right. So imagine you guys are all at the kitchen line having a nice little dink rally, all right? And you get pulled out wide. Your opponent hits a nice aggressive dink. You're on your back foot. You're pulled out off the court, all right? And I know a lot of you get in that position and you panic and you think one of two things. Oh, I could speed this ball up, or I could throw up a defensive lob. Wrong. Neither of those options are good. Anytime you get pulled super far out wide, you're off balance, you're on your back foot, just reset that ball with a nice soft dink right to the middle, okay? The last thing you need to do is throw up a lob in that situation. Why? Because the lob is a nice finesse touch shot to begin with. It's relatively hard to pull off effectively, and you think you're gonna pull that shot off on your back foot, pulled off the court, out wide, and do it effectively? No, most likely you're gonna throw up a nice meatball that's gonna sit up like head high for your opponent. And who's gonna get killed? Not you, your partner, all right? So don't throw up that lob, instead reset the ball to the middle. Now, the exact opposite is also true. The best time to throw up a lob, and that is when you're in a dink exchange and either the point is neutral or you're on offense, all right? Continue to have dinks and continue that motion that looks like a dink, and then unexpectedly throw up a lob, all right? Lobs are best when they're a surprise, all right? They're not a surprise when you're thrown off the court, but when you're sitting there, you're in a normal dink rally, throw up a lob, make it look like a dink, and you'll catch them on their toes. They're gonna have a hard time coming back, and you'll now have complete control of the kitchen. So, in recap, offensive lobs, yes. Defensive lobs, never again, all right? So promise me right now, you're never gonna throw out that defensive lob ever again. And if this was helpful for you in any way, be sure to like, share, follow, because I'm Nico the Lefty. I know everything there is to know about pickleball, so you don't have to.